So, today, I want to expand on the video that I made a couple of weeks ago regarding improving one's eyesight, one's vision, one's prescription. I have done a lot of reading since posting that film. I feel like I'm in a much stronger position now to take this challenge on. We now have 15 people who will be joining me in correcting their vision the natural way. I hope to make that more. My intention was to get 10. Now that we have 15, I feel like we could push 100, who knows? So, come on guys, this is it. This is the time for you to put down those glasses, take out those contacts, and never put them back in. Fix your eyesight the natural way. It sounds crazy, it sounds impossible, but it's true. Just Google it. There are hundreds of thousands of people around the world who have already done this and are posting videos full of gratitude and joy and perfect vision. They're not lying. They have no reason to lie to us. The majority of them are not selling anything. Why would they lie? Think about it. And then think about why the glasses, contact lens, and LASIK surgery industries might have a reason to lie. Yes, it's a no-brainer. So, I know this to be true, and that is actually the first step that you must take in order to correct your vision. Know that it is possible, and it is. It's not quite as simple as that, but first step, believe that it's possible, okay? I want to give you a little story, a little example as to how quickly a human being's supposedly uncorrectable vision can alter. So, from a long time ago, not quite sure of the dates, you can check it out, I'll put some links below. There were tests carried out on a group of multiple personality characters. So they had multiple personalities. I believe the first test was actually done by an optician who observed that one of his patients required 5 different prescriptions for each of his 5 different personalities. After that, other tests were carried out on the multiple personality people, I'm not quite sure what you call them, and other things were found, like blood pressure changes from one character to another, even in one case, a cancer appearing and disappearing depending on who the person thought they were in that moment. Now for me, this is a pretty incredible finding, don't you think? They tell us that the muscles around the eyes are not correctable, basically. If that is the case, then how is it that when a person thinks they are someone else, suddenly their vision is different? That seems a bit strange, don't you think? Well, to me it now makes perfect sense. Having read these 2 books, I understand that what we are talking about here is primarily a thinking problem. To correct one's thinking problem, one needs to focus on one's thinking. There are eye exercises you can do to improve your vision. But I believe the most important thing of all is what's going on up here. What is going on up here? How are you seeing your world? That is the key question. So, for all those of you, the 15, and anyone else who wants to join me, for those of you who are joining me, I just want you to focus for the next few days on that belief that you've been establishing, watching the YouTube testimonials, and just take in what I've just said. Understand that this is going to be solved through addressing our thinking problem. Think of the example of the multiple personality character who has to switch his glasses every time his thinking changes. Okay? This thing can be fixed without any eye exercises at all. And I've seen evidence of that. We're going to do the eye exercises anyway because it's a good way to measure your improvement as you go. And I think the lack of focus on the psychological aspects of what we're doing is the problem that a lot of people are coming up against, especially in these testimonials that I'm seeing online. Some people are reporting very slow improvement, but very slow. I believe that's because they're not focusing enough on the mind as the source, the thing that interprets that which we see, translates it for our body to understand. Okay, so the mind. We're going to fix the mind through various meditations. For now, focus on your belief. Know that it is true. And know that you're going to change every aspect of your life through this eye program. For me, I'm so excited. I know when my eyesight went wrong. Around about 9 years of age, I had just been sent to a boarding school at the age of 7 for the first time. So I'd been living with my mum and my 2 sisters my whole life. At the age of 7, I went to a boarding school. And just quickly, Mum, I don't blame you at all. You were acting from your perspective in my best interest. In fact, I'm very grateful for going to that crazy school. Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be sitting here now helping all these people fix their eyesight. So, thank you, Mum. Basically, the school was a bit crazy in that they beat you if you did something wrong. I was classified as dyslexic fairly early on, as a slow learner, bad listener, not concentrating enough. I got told off all the time. I got beaten 9 times. I developed a fear of the world around me, and as a consequence, I withdrew. I built up this barrier between me and the world, and my eyes went myopic. This is natural for any child to have that experience. They draw in, they don't want to see what's out there. They're okay looking at what's right in front of them, but the world was a pretty scary place for a couple of years for me. And there was other elements thrown in, the death of an uncle. There are various factors which can contribute to that withdrawing of a child's energy to create myopic eyes. Yes, that's what did it for me, and I am very conscious that I still suffer from that childhood problem. I still feel like the naughty boy who's being told off and he doesn't really understand what he's done wrong, which quite a lot of the time was my problem. The first time I was beaten, playing with the dust particles in a light beam, the way the sun catches like a ray and there are dust particles floating. Anyway, the first time I was beaten, it was for going like this at 6 a.m. when I was supposed to be asleep. Weird, hey? That was my first experience with pain punishment. Anyway, I'm still affected by this, and in order for me to fix that which I see, I must now focus, it rhymes, on fixing me. So, I may seem a bit crazy to some people, but I do read a lot, and I do focus a lot on solving our problems. Hence the name of this series. So, stay with me, follow my progress. I'm going to film myself getting tested by opticians. They're going to confirm that my vision is -2, -2.25 myopic, and they're going to confirm in 60 days that there is an improvement. Opticians will tell you that is not possible. Let's see. I've never tried it before. I'm also going to work along with 15 other people currently. More welcome. The more people we can get, the stronger this film becomes. But we're going to see what happens, aren't we? If I'm completely mad, maybe 1 or 2 people will have a small improvement. Let's see.